Hello, this is Gerald from us. Let's find out what the word loan means when we follow actually the letters themselves as directions. Every letter is a very specific direction that influences our mind that we have to go to a certain direction. If we have combinations of letters, they combine these directions. There's a whole theory that I worked out so that you can find out these directions a bit more easily. But also with a word like loan, you can figure out actually like what kind of direction is our mind going to. The word loan for foreigners, for instance, they might be a bit confusing that a loan or to loan something or to borrow something that you might not immediately know, like, yeah, but who is the person who gives out a material, or the one who receives material, who from both words, which word is used for which for which thing is might not be clear enough, but it should be clear actually enough when you already change it, these letter positions as focuses, also as a formation process, and you can see immediately what's going on, and that's what I will show you also in loan. Of course, I always use this background figure, which the first figure is what I start from, what I start to form in my mind of what is really useful as objects, what is physical before me and that I can define as such. And the other figure, which is what is different, what is changing and so on, and then I can also move towards what is different. So these are the first two categories, which we also need actually. That's all we need actually in the word alone, because all these words, letters in this word are all from the first two categories of the three categories of focuses. First kind of focuses is very direct before you, and the second kind of focuses are the focuses that you cannot keep fixed, but that you say something is changed, something is moving, and you follow these movements and directions. So these are two different kind of ways of thinking. Where letters stand for, where you use letters to describe these positions. So you have actually 9 different points and 9 different directions. Horizontal, vertical, diagonal into 1, 2, or 3 points or directions. And that's what is basically the first 2/3 of the category. So the first letter is a letter L. You already see it where it is. So it is about a fixed point at the second category. So it's you have the number 2 there. And you have, okay, let's start from there. And the form that you usually make from it is this L form as you speak it. And why is it so? It's also because there are numbers behind it of the whole system. So it's like ATK goes from less than 1 to more than 1, and so on. And the letter L is actually going from one center point of vision to 2 points of references. If you do that from going from 1 to 2, and the formation, it's about the formation process, forming itself, it's quite accurate that you express it in this leaf-like or tongue-like form, and it always gives you the right association. The numbers in it that are associated are correct. The ideas behind it in the order of what is forming there is correct. So just use the letter L mostly in this way, and you will already come most of the time to the correct associations, how this focus is used. The letter L is physically something is forming, it's changing, and it is about that change, and that expresses this L. Within that frame, of course, of physicality and space, where we focus these things, that's the letter L. That's the first letter that we use. The O is from the second category. It is the extension from your personal space, and it goes from my space to your space. It goes into the environment. It goes into the changes themselves. While L is, you see, things are forming themselves, but changes themselves into a time concept is not from the first category, but is typical for the second category. Or there always is time involved, so the change is involved, and you follow up the times, the timings, the changes in O within that environment. And it's you have to start somewhere where to follow it up, and you start from what you can follow from your point of view. There you already have it. So you have this L is a form that is, something is formed, and you see that something is formed, and you see that something is clarifying itself, what it is, how it looks like, and so on. And you follow it up how it goes to somewhere else, changes to something else. And there is already the difference from where I take out an object and so on, and I see where it changes towards you, towards a change. Is the difference already from the loaner, so the person who loans it to someone else. So you also, it doesn't say yet that you direct it to somewhere else, but your direction of focus is already to the other person, from your vision, from your order to someone else, the person who will borrow. So far it's only part of this focus. Of course, you don't see that you're loaning it and that someone is borrowing it, but you can see already that I will look out, or I will check actually how an object that is forming will move to the other, to move actually to the other. That's actually already possible in these two first letters alone. So it moves towards somewhere else. It moves towards different conditions. It moves towards what we do not know yet. But it moves into the letter A, from O to O, is actually a transition phase. A transition phase, which means here I go from environmental conditions to a personal condition, to a personal place. I move towards, I know it already, I move towards the other, so the object will land at the other. We know that already, it will do that. And with the N especially, it emphasizes once more, this is about movements again, and it's about movements that changes position in space. So the position where the physical object of L started from, now changed to a different position, to the different position, to the other. It's changed its position in space, that it lands at somewhere, at a place, at another place, at another person, at where the other is. So yes, it is, the structure of the loan is there, and it can be recognized as well from the letters alone. And that's actually all what I wanted to say. Okay, thanks again for watching. Some books there, some Facebook page, some web page with previous videos in an alphabetic list, and this video channel you can subscribe to as well if you like. Thanks again for watching. Bye.